everyone, Josh here. We got home from watching Marvel's Black Panther, and over there's our own little Black Panther. Not really, he's gray and not a panther.
Just big enough to be one.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Barkley's looking all chill up there.
So if you want to see a good movie, go see Black Panther.
Well, yeah, to summarize it really
quickly.
It's like it's your standard Marvel movie. It's pretty it's good.
Yes.
Then we'll have to go into details, of course. There are a lot of politics in this. I think about 4, maybe 5 different points of view on the same subject are covered. And given their own fair shot of philosophies, it's not like, I mean, clearly, since the one adopted by the hero is the one that got the most favoritism, but all of them had a pretty good fair shot, I feel.
Yes, yeah.
It's like Wakanda was always the nation, fictional nation of Wakanda in the movie was a isolationist nation, and a lot of the politics involved whether or not they should stick to tradition and remain hidden from the world, or let themselves out there, or...
Right, humanitarianism.
Well, yeah, that was definitely the good side of things.
Right.
Like, we can take the advanced technology we developed and our great resources and actually help the world.
Or we can just take over the world.
Yeah, that was Eric Killmonger's, the main villain's idea.
Yes.
And those were the 2 ideas of letting themselves out there. Then you had the 2 philosophies of remaining sheltered in and staying hidden, but keeping all of their great technology. And then the leader of the gorilla tribes philosophy of, let's forget the technology as well. It's not traditionalist. It's like, let's go back to the old ways. Remain hidden, but and also it's like, not forget your toys.
Right. That wasn't very popular, though.
Of course not. I mean, it was the gorilla tribe was the tribe that was practically exiled by their own choice hundreds of years ago, according to the backstory.
Right.
But they covered 3 villains.
Yes.
3 villains from the comics, and the leader of the gorilla tribe. Try not to spoil too much from the movie, because that's a big thing for some people watching reviews, is they want to know if it's worth watching before they watch. So I don't want to spoil anything if I can help it. But, yeah, the leader of the gorilla tribe, I forget his name. I knew it going in, then it escaped me. But he was a villain early on in the movie. Then Ulysses S. Claw, from who made his first appearance in Avengers: Age of Ultron, came back here, and he was a villain through about half the movie.
Yep.
And then Eric Killmonger was the main villain. And basically running parallel to Prince T'Challa, well, King T'Challa, the Black Panther. And a lot of good action stuff, of course. The politics were surprisingly good, well. And I know online they had some people had some issues with how they believe they handled race in this movie. It's like, oh, it's black, and they're carrying spears. Yeah, the friggin' laser spears, and...
Exactly.
They're the most advanced nation on the planet, and it's a combination of old tradition and new
technology.
New stuff, yeah. It's like, why wouldn't they be traditionalist? I mean, why wouldn't they keep up with something, be proud of where they came from?
Well, let's face it, if you have a spear that you can chuck at a spaceship and it brings it down out of the sky, you got a weapon.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a nice one.
There is one little funny bit. I don't think that's too much spoiling. There's a funny little bit where it's just random goons are firing machine guns, and one of the guard ladies in this action sequence just says, "Guns, how primitive." It's just a subversion of what we believe, of what a lot of people thought with the whole spear thing. I thought that was cute. Of course, the Stan Lee cameo that kind of
Always one.
There's always one, and they get cuter by this every movie, kind of. Well, sort of.
They do.
But yeah, this one was all right.
I think my favorite thing about the movie though was the rhinos.
Oh yeah, the
I
rhinoceros.
love the rhinos. They were,
because there was a guy who was training rhinos.
yes. They
And,
were.
eventually, they came into play.
Yes, they did. You don't even think about them. You see them first time, and you don't even think about rhinos. Okay, it's Africa. There's rhinos.
They did establish the guy was training him, so it's not like it came out of nowhere.
No.
And it's like Chekhov's gun, only it's a rhino.
Right.
But yes,
And I had a concern there where they were talking about taking over the world, giving oppressed people the weapons to actually take out their oppressors. But that was handled toward the end of the movie, and so
yeah, that was pretty much Eric Killmonger telling us his philosophy on everything.
Exactly.
And it was settled as not the right way by the end of the movie when he's defeated and yada yada yada.
And hopefully we won't have a lot of idiots say, "Oh, that's what we need to do."
But yeah, that we probably won't. I was like, but yeah, I think they handled it as responsibly as they could have.
They
And
did.
all
They
the
did.
things that people might have been concerned about going into this movie.
Yes, they did.
I do recommend this.
Me too.
I am a little disappointed by how some of the villains are dealt with. I don't want to spoil anything, so I will try and say no more on that.
Right, you can form your own opinion on that when you go to
But
watch
it does seem that in these Marvel movies there is a parallel to the hero every time.
Yep.
And it does kind of get boring.
Yeah.
Another habit Marvel has is killing off villains.
They like to do that.
They do like to do that.
So basically what you're saying is in a Marvel movie, don't get too attached to the villain.
Unless he's Loki.
Right.
Because that guy doesn't die.
No, well, he's a god. Of course
That
he
does help, I'm sure. That probably does help. It's like, well, we can't kill him. But well, you probably could, actually. But I don't know. It's weird how they do things in the Marvel Cinematic.
Exactly.
But, I still enjoyed myself. I definitely could recommend this movie.
Absolutely.
It is not perfect by any means, but I don't think any movie is.
No.
I think you will. You might probably, if you were interested in the superhero genre anyway, you're probably not going to be disappointed.
Right.
And I think this sets up things pretty nicely for Infinity War, which I think is the next one coming.
Part one. Yeah.
Part one of it, or maybe they put it all together. I don't remember what they did exactly, but Infinity War, at least the start of it, is the next one. And I think it's set up everyone, all the players have been introduced, at least for the most part, and yeah. So look forward to that.
So bottom line, go see it.
Yeah, why not? Everything's handled with respect. The whole politics, racial issues, everything.
Yep.
And I was pleasantly surprised. So yeah, basically I'm saying go see it if you're into the superhero thing anyway, which you probably are if you clicked on this video.
Right. So what do you say? 2 thumbs up?
Sure, let's make up a rating system. Yeah, Cisco and Ebert, why not? Anyway, that's about does it for me.
And me.
Yeah. So from Fox and Fox Mom, I guess, I don't know. Stay tuned.